Dolphins Today is presented by Kenzuri. If you go to Kenzuri.com and use promo code CHAT, you're going to get 15% off on their height-boosting shoes. We'll tell you more about them later on in today's show. Dolphins fans, I am Will Scott. You are watching Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. On today's show, we're going to be breaking down Mel Kiper's draft grades here for the Dolphins. And speaking of the draft, our channel grew during the 2023 NFL Draft, and we're still growing. Last week, we gained 220 new subscribers. Welcome to you all. Be sure to turn on your notifications if you haven't already and select all. Join the Noti gang today because you'll get a notification on your video whenever we put out a video or whenever we go live. And we're going to have a pretty special guest on a future show, so you don't want to miss that. Subscribe to the channel right now. Here were the Dolphins' selections in the 2023 NFL Draft. They took Cam Smith, the corner from South Carolina. I think we were all pretty surprised by that selection. When Cam Smith was announced, I'm thinking, did the Dolphins trade back and they didn't update the board? Because I was just surprised the Dolphins took a corner. Nonetheless, he is a very good player. Devon Achane, I think that's the most exciting draft pick that the Dolphins had here, the Texas A&M running back that came in the third round, number 84 overall. And then Elijah Higgins, the wide receiver / tight end out of Stanford, that came in round 6. And then Ryan Hayes, probably your best value selection here, the offensive tackle from Michigan, was a top 15 offensive tackle in this draft, according to Mel Kiper. You get him in the 7th round. So Mel Kiper gave a draft grade for every single team. His draft grade for the Dolphins was a B, which was the same as me, Willie Fins and Mel Kiper. There you go, Mel. Both giving the Dolphins a B in this draft. Could have been better, but they took 4 good players in this draft. That is the bottom line. What is your grade for Miami's draft class? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. I've seen everywhere from a B+ to an F. Some of y'all are not happy with the selection of Cam Smith, which is obviously understandable. A lot of you are not happy that the Dolphins waited so long to go offensive line. That's understandable as well. What is your grade for this Dolphins draft? It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. What is your grade for the Dolphins 2023 draft class? So Mel Kiper gave a grade and then gave his thoughts on the Dolphins 2023 draft. Here is what he said. Cornerback Cam Smith at number 51 overall. Excelled in zone coverage in college, and he locked down SEC wideouts. Running back Devon Achane at 84. Could be one of the steals of this draft. He should be on preseason Rookie of the Year watch list. Man, that's pretty big coming from Mel. Achane is super fast and has ability in the pass game. What's not to like? Ryan Hayes at 238 is my 15th ranked offensive tackle. I was surprised he lasted that late. His 2022 tape is very solid. This class was handcuffed by the forfeited first-round pick, but general manager Chris Grier landed 2 tremendous players on day 2. Look, the Dolphins took 4 good players in this draft. That is the bottom line. You can criticize them for not drafting for need early, but they still took 4 good players. I think Cam Smith, when you look down the road, could be a very good player for you, maybe in the post-Xavier Howard, Jalen Ramsey era. Devon Achane, I think he's RB1 from day 1. That might be a hot take, but I think he's your best option at running back. Elijah Higgins, he's a project. We'll see. He's definitely an athlete. And then Ryan Hayes, the offensive tackle from Michigan. I mean, is he already better than Austin Jackson? Maybe. We'll find out sooner rather than later. Before we get into more about the draft picks, I want to tell you about our good friends over at Kenzuri. Fellas, are you tired of feeling insecure about your height? Well, Kenzuri are the shoes for you because they can add up to 2.8 inches to your height discreetly. Women get heels, makeup, push-up bras. Why can't men get a confidence boost as well? We're all the same height lying down anyway, if you know what I mean. Kenzuri shoes are not only height boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not grandpa's Velcro shoes, but fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. The height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. For a limited time, Kenzuri is offering our viewers an exclusive discount of 15% off on top of their up to 30% site-wide discount. Use code CHAT at Kenzuri.com/chat to get your 45% off. Don't wait any longer. Upgrade your shoe game and confidence now at Kenzuri.com/chat. When I want to get high, I put on a pair of Kenzuris. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. As you learned in yesterday's video, unlike producer Patrick Seatman, I am not 6 feet tall. I'm 5'9". So when I go out and I'm with some of my taller friends, I feel a little bit insecure about my height sometimes. That's where Kenzuri comes into play. Now I am 6 feet tall thanks to Kenzuri. Again, 15% off. That's on top of their up to 30% site-wide discount. So go and take advantage. Promo code CHAT at Kenzuri.com/chat. That link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Let's talk about Cam Smith first. He's got good size with fluidity and athleticism, according to our draft expert, Dom Downey. The ball skills are there. He was actually the highest-rated corner in the SEC, and we all know how much talent comes out of that conference. Taking a look at the updated Dolphins cornerback depth chart, I went ahead and slotted him behind Ramsey. I expect him to be a backup corner this year, but I do expect him to get involved a lot as a slot corner. I still think Kader Kohou's got to be your starting nickel. Corner depth, and I know we can talk all day about how the Dolphins probably should have drafted for need there in the second round. But having corner depth isn't a bad thing. Nick Needham went down last year. Trill Williams, when you're talking about secondary in general, Brandon Jones got hurt, season-ending injury. So having corner depth is good. Would I have gone corner in the second round? Probably not, but I still think Cam Smith is going to be a good player in the league. The Cam Smith pick grown on you. I think a lot of us were a little bit puzzled, a little bit upset on draft night. Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments. Has the Dolphins draft pick of South Carolina cornerback Cam Smith, has it grown on you? Let me know down in the comments section. Next, we'll get into Devon Achane, maybe your new running back, RB1. He's got insane speed. This guy's super fast, good vision. Tom Downey says he offers kick return value as well early in his career. As many of you know from watching previous videos, I watched this guy in college, and he is elite. Over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns this past season at Texas A&M. Taking a look at the updated Dolphins running back depth chart. You also have Myles Gaskin here, but I'm projecting these 4 to make the team. Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Devon Achane, and Salvon Ahmed. I think that's what your running back room is going to look like for the 2023 NFL season. And I know I said earlier that I think Devon Achane can be RB1. And I think by the end of the season, he will be. In fact, my bold prediction is that the rookie, Devon Achane, is going to lead the Dolphins in rushing yards this year. I have a lot of confidence and a lot of faith in the Texas A&M product. Now let's talk about Elijah Higgins, who outproduced Michael Wilson at Stanford, who was a higher draft pick. Moves well as a size to force missed tackles. Again, he was a wide receiver at Stanford. They're trying to transition him to tight end, so he is going to be a tight end in the National Football League. And, of course, tight end was a huge need for the Dolphins coming in to this draft. But if the Dolphins wanted to go tight end, why not take a tight end? I understand it's the 6th round, and, projects are probably worth it in the later rounds. But still, Zach Kuntz was on the board. Marshawn Ford, who I liked out of Louisville, was on the board. So if you wanted to go tight end, why are you taking a wide receiver and hoping he can become a tight end? That's kind of my take with this pick. I think there were better options here on the board if you, in fact, did want to go tight end. But Elijah Higgins is a good player and a good athlete. So we'll see how he develops in terms of him transitioning to a tight end. And then the Dolphins' last pick, Ryan Hayes, the offensive tackle out of Michigan. 30 career starts, very experienced. Tom Downey says he moves pretty well, fits best in a zone blocking scheme. I have slotted him behind Teron Armstead as a backup tackle on this team. I think he beats out Jerron Christian for a roster spot. You also have Kendall Lamb there, and I would not be surprised if the Dolphins added a tackle like Cam Fleming here before the season began. But I think Ryan Hayes is 100% going to make this football team. Depth at tackle is important. You really don't have that right now. I think he's a decent backup swing tackle option when you're talking about the Dolphins' offensive line this next season. Which Dolphins rookie will have the biggest impact? Go down in the comments section. Let me know which Dolphins rookie is going to have the biggest impact this upcoming season. I would say Devon Achane, but let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going live on Thursday with more Dolphins news and rumors. We go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.